right, guys, check day 5, and we're on the back of this property next to this like little food plot area here where the fence is right here and the critters are going underneath the fence. We have not done very good with this trap. I haven't really even had any action with it until just now or last night. If you remember right, the hole was not very deep, and I put bait and lure down in it, and I shoved that rock down in there. Well, you can see the rock's been taken out and trap's not been set off. There's some tracks here and some tracks there and some tracks here. Looks like a coon. Canines usually scratch and scratch and scratch trying to get that rock out. This particular, you can see there's not any really scratch marks there. Somebody just pulled the rock out, and there's no canine tracks here. This right here looks like a coon, like a back leg of a coon, back foot of a coon. So this is probably a raccoon, and it makes me even more to think that it was a raccoon, because if I go over here to this other trap that just continues to keep catching critter after critter after critter after critter, you can see here's another big catch circle, and because there was another raccoon in this trap. So this particular trap has caught something 3 days in a row. Caught a coon, a coyote, and now another coon. The landowner's already removed the coon for us this morning when he came out here checking cows. But this trap just continues to produce. But since we had a coon here, I'm gonna guess that we just missed a coon over there. I'm not saying it was the same coon, but since there's no canine tracks and it's all not all scratched up like a canine, I'm 100% convinced that that was just a coon. Either we missed one over there or we missed this one and picked it up here. Who knows? But regardless, we'll fix that, and then we'll fix this, and I'll show you the remake, and we'll keep moving down the line. Okay, guys, got these two sets put back in. All I did was throw some debris up behind this thing. Let me get over here where you can see a little bit better. Of course, with 3 catches, there is no backing left. So I just piled up some of the grass and debris, put my trap back out here, and dug the dirt hole back out. It's nice and deep, and baited it back up. I put some gator bait down in there along with some Koch Brothers Evanescence. No urine or anything else here. There's no reason to do that. And that's it. We're just gonna let this thing continue to work. And then over here, let's walk over here. It's, I don't know, 20 yards, 25 yards, 20 yards over to this trap. I worked for a bit, got the dirt hole a little bit deeper, and I put some Dunlap's Rage down in there, and kind of stuffed some grass down in there, wiped off my spoon with the grass and stuffed it down in there. So the hole's significantly deeper now. So hopefully we'll be able to catch whatever we missed here last night. But the thing that I was thinking about while I was redoing these is, now some of it is just location. Maybe everything is getting to this trap first, but we've caught 3 critters now in this trap, or maybe 4. And then over here we've caught nothing. But again, this is to the west, and the wind is coming right across here. So once again, the wind is working in our favor. Just like in that other setup there at the gate, the wind is working in our favor. So we'll continue to see how this runs for the next 5 days or whatever we got left on this place. But if we continue to catch all the critters over here, and we are not catching a lot over here, I'm gonna find that kind of interesting. Because last year we did catch critters there. We've caught 2 or 3 critters there last year, but we didn't have a trap over here last year. But now that we have a trap over here, we're catching them all there versus over here. So I don't know. Are the critters just getting to this one first, or are they smelling it because the wind is in their favor, and that's why they're ending up over here? Just something to ponder, something to ponder. Something to ponder. All right, guys. We're on the far northwest corner of this property, which is got this field here. It's woods all around, big woods all around. We're on the edge of this pond, and we put a set in right here along this cow trail that runs along here, and it's kind of funneled in because you got the fence here and the fence here, so you just got like this little chute. And I figured the coyotes would be running along this cattle trail. There was coyote scat on the dam and right along here. And we picked up a coon here last night. The landowner's already taken care of it. You can see there's a little bit of blood here and the trap here and everything. But I'm honestly surprised it took us this long to catch a coon. And I'm surprised we didn't catch anything else prior to this. This set has been quiet the whole time. I really thought we'd pick up a coyote here, but we had not yet. And I'm really surprised because I thought it would be hard to probably keep coons out of these sets around this pond on this little chute area. But I'm surprised that we have went this long. But the coons got to go. There's too many of them. So we're going to reset this back. And hopefully now we'll catch a coyote here and start getting some of them put in the truck. All right, so this set is done, back in business. It was a flat set, and now I've turned it into a dirt hole. I was able to get a dirt hole in. I didn't think I was going to be able to, but I actually got one in. Just threw some debris up there on the back to cover up the blood. You can see the catch circle here. And then it comes down the trail, and the trail runs right along here and goes right along here. They're going to be right here seeing this. If I keep the deer out of it, the cows out of it, and the coons out of it, I think we'll do pretty good. Dirt hole, put some Hiawatha Valley and some Bounty Hunter down in the hole, and put the trap right there, and put a little bit of bobcat urine on the back of it. It smells like a raccoon around here, but wanted just to add a little bit of extra. So add a little bit of bobcat urine to the back, and that's it. That's all we got. So hopefully tomorrow, with this being all looking good and smelling good, we're gonna have ourselves something else here. All right, so here's a perfect opportunity to look at some stuff. So we have this trap right here, and where we are is we're down in this crossover between that field and that field up there, right? And we have all this mud over here, and there was coyote tracks in this mud. There's a bunch of raccoon tracks in this mud. Raccoons are just running up this draw, and it's all muddy in there. They're looking for stuff to eat. So put a set in here, and caught a possum, I think, here in the first night or two. It's a flat set, and then I just threw some debris kind of where the backing was, and now it's been messed with. And if we look close, you can see there's really no tracks around here. Not much, not really any tracks. Something got up in there, which is where we had a little punch hole with some lure and stuff, and kind of dug around. And then you can see they kind of just pushed this trap up. Didn't set it off, just kind of pushed it up, kind of pulled it up out of the way, right? You can see how they just kind of did that around here. That is stereotypical raccoon. People think a lot of times that, oh man, I missed that wily fox, or I missed that wily raccoon or a wily coyote. And while the coyotes are wily, there's no doubt about that, but this is a raccoon. All that raccoon did is they just absolutely love putting their front paws, or hands, so to speak, down inside this loose, nice dirt, and they dig around, and they're looking for whatever they're looking for in there. I guess something to eat, and they end up finding that trap, and they end up pushing it around, pulling it around. They'll flip it over. They'll do all kinds of stuff with it, and that is almost always a raccoon. Now, it's easy for me to also say, because behind me in the mud, there's all kinds of raccoon tracks, but when you see this, wherever it is, plus where I am, there's woods all around here. There's this crossover. It's a perfect place for a raccoon. A coyote just doesn't do that. A fox just doesn't do that. If a coyote or a fox digs a trap out of a bed, it's normally on accident, where they are digging at the hole and maybe a toenail clips part of the jaw or something, and pulls part of it out or does something like that, or the trap is wobbly. And but generally a raccoon or a coyote will just leave if something spooks him underneath his foot. But this is stereotypical raccoon.